So on a bit of a whim, I purchased a sticker vending machine. So on a bit of a whim, I purchased a sticker vending machine. I really wanted to relaunch my stationery business this year, and I don't know why, but when I saw the idea of this online, it just seemed like such a fun and cute idea that I decided I would give it a whirl. So now that it's here, I'm kind of feeling a little overwhelmed, and I feel like there's so much that needs to be done before I can get started, but I'm gonna do what I always do, and I'm going to try to document this whole thing, and it's going to keep me accountable, and it's going to keep me from falling into the trap of procrastination and not doing what needs to be done. So we have the machine. I set it up. I built it myself. I didn't film any of that because it was honestly a teeny tiny bit of a struggle. How this works is you have your stickers, which I have yet to design, and you're going to put the stickers in the little sleeve like this. Put this in the machine. When you drop a coin in and twist it, it spits out a card, and then you can get your sticker. I did not order the sleeves that came with the machine. I don't know why. I slightly regret doing that, but I've made my decision and now I kind of have to stick with it. I thought I wanted to design my own. So I kind of prototyped these sleeves, and the reason why I wanted to make my own was because I saw it as like a branding opportunity. Whenever you pull out a card, I wanted there to be some kind of logo or a note to the customer, something that just gave it a little bit more personality, and I wanted to be able to personalize and customize that like everything that I do. So that is what I am doing right now. I measured and cut all of these out by hand, which is not the most efficient, especially since I'll need a lot of them. So what I'm doing now is trying to figure out the actual measurements that I need so I can program my Cricut to cut them out for me, and I hope that that'll be a more efficient use of my time. While I get started on designing these, I'm going to read you a chapter from the book 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think, and I'm gonna read you an excerpt of the chapter that inspired all of this. Basically, this chapter deals with procrastination and that feeling of being stuck. It's that gap between knowing what needs to be done and doing what needs to be done. And I find that this is something that happens to me all the time. Like, I know what I need to do or what it is I want to do, but for some reason, I just can't get myself to do it. And I don't know if any of you can relate to this. Damn it. Okay. So I think the problem is my standard grip mat. It's kind of like a weird stickiness because I put a piece of cartolina on this and I didn't know that you're not supposed to use that on the standard grip mat. You need the light grip mat. And while I was trying to peel that off, I took out a lot of the stickiness. And at the time, I was really beating myself up for it, but it actually worked out for my favor because it turned this standard grip mat into like a light grip mat. It's just too light to cut out this. When it went through the machine, what happened was it let go of this, and that's how this happened, which is not great. So I think what I need to do is I need to tape down the edges with some masking tape, and that'll keep it in place. I don't know if this is the right move. I don't know if I'm sort of just better off cutting it by hand. I don't know. I'm suddenly regretting my decisions. All my decisions in life. In life, dude. Oh my. I mean, if I have to do this to every single one, that's not going to be saving any time as well. It might be faster to just go with the manual method. I don't know. Okay, take 2. Here's hoping this doesn't get messed up again. Okay, so far so good. Did it score it? Did it do it? I think that might have actually worked. See, my masking tape ripped off a piece of the paper there. That's what I'm trying to avoid with the stickier grip mat. Maybe I'll switch to like a washi tape instead of a masking tape so it's not as sticky and it won't damage the paper. Oh wow, it got dirty somehow. How did that happen? Okay. I cut them off, but not at the ends. I forgot about that. But that's okay. We can measure and add another cut line there. I don't know. Was this a good idea? And the score line is crooked. Oh dear. Yeah. I don't think this is gonna work. Why? How? These are so bad. Okay. Well, you know what? That's part of trying a DIY. There's gonna be a lot of failures along the way. Sometimes by trying to do the shortcut method, I end up wasting more time. So we're just gonna do it manually so we don't waste any more material and we can measure it better as well. Okay. The knowing-doing gap. Why we avoid doing what's best for us and how to conquer resistance for good. There are many reasons we self-sabotage, and most of them have something to do with comfort. Modern society, innovation, culture, wealth, success is designed to convince us that a good life is one that is most comfortable or able to provide us with a sense of being pain-free and secure. This is directly related to the fact that human beings are hardwired to seek comfort, which translates to us as survival. We are psychologically designed that way. Moving past resistance is a matter of shifting your perspective of comfort. It is about considering the alternative. It is altering your mindset to focus on the discomfort you will face if you don't do the thing in front of you, as opposed to the discomfort you will face if you do. If left unchecked, the knowing-doing gap will leave you a shell of the person you are intended to be. How will you quantifiably measure this year? What will you have done? How many hours will you have wasted? If you had to live today or any average day on repeat for the rest of your life, where would you end up? What would you accomplish? How happy would you be? What relationships will you have fostered? Will you be looking back knowing you likely damn well missed out on what could have been the love of your life because you weren't ready? What about the hours you could have spent playing music or writing or painting or whatevering? Where would those have gone? You will never be ready for the things that matter, and waiting to feel ready before you start acting is how the knowing gap widens. It is uncomfortable to work, to stretch the capacity of your tolerance, to be vulnerable with someone you care deeply about. But it is never more comfortable than going your whole life without the things you really want. Anxiety builds in our idle hours. Fear and resistance thrive while we are avoiding work. Most things aren't as hard as we chalk them up to be. They are ultimately fun and rewarding expressions of who we really are. Taking small steps will remind you that this is true. So what's the point? Why am I bringing this up? It's because this year I've made it a goal to shorten my knowing-doing gap. I know what it is I want to be doing, and even though it scares me, I'm going to try to pursue it.